Hello everyone, my name is ImagineKnight, and welcome back to Space Astronomy 2. So, last episode, we set up this really cool farmer right here that basically, oh my gosh, that's a lot of wheat. It basically will just automatically go through this farmland, and as you see right there, it'll harvest any crops that are fully grown, and in a minute here, it should replant. It's not extremely fast. It is. Take your time. Take your time. Alright, never mind that. I'm just gonna assume it's gonna replace it eventually. But after achieving this unending supply of free food, I went ahead and, in between episodes, worked on this a little bit. I believe it was in between episodes at least. And I took this shape card right here that originally was a fortune clearing quarry and turned it to just a fortune quarry where it will no longer break the blocks that are within the radius of the quarry. This is all still here because it was already broken. It will actually just replace everything with dirt. So if we like go down here or whatever, you can see there's dirt everywhere. There's nothing but dirt. So unfortunately that will have some downsides, like we won't be able to scrounge up a little bit of extra ore from the walls, like this yellowite ore or whatever. That won't be a thing anymore. And also, we won't have the ability to get chance cubes as easily, or really at all, from the quarry. We'll have to just find them out in the wild and stuff. But the upside is, it barely lags out my computer whenever I'm using it, so I'm actually able to do other things off camera. With my recording software open, it kind of lags out still. It's a little bit too much for it. But when I'm not recording, it's very handy because I can do some work in between episodes and just rack up a ton of materials in the process. So overall, it's definitely much better than the clearing quarry. And I had it running for quite a while. I just went AFK over here and just let it run for, I don't know, a couple hours, few hours, whatever like that. And I come back, and this whole thing is completely filled up. Like, how? What happened? It looks like most of this is just cobblestone, so potentially what we could do is have it go through something that'll, like, delete a lot of the cobblestone it mines up, maybe? Yeah, we are going to have to deal with that at some point. But in the meantime, like, we're rich. So I'm gonna quickly see if I can find, if we got any diamonds from that. Whoa. 48 diamonds right there. That's, oh, seriously, come on. No, don't do this again. No, I hate it when this happens. Wait, did that do it? Yes, okay, that fixed it somehow. I don't know what I did, but here we are. So, we got 48 diamonds from that, which, after we spent a bunch last episode, we have, here it is, 38 diamonds. So, that's a good deal more. That's over double what we had earlier. That is going to be very nice. So, initially, I was planning on just connecting up this colossal chest to a huge colossal chest that would just be able to store everything for us. But actually, I think what I'm going to do is try and see if there's some way that we can compress all of the cobblestone we get. Alright, so I've just done a quick bit of research, and it seems like we can use this RF Tools crafter, and we should only need tier 1. So this should, essentially, it's a really simple recipe as well. This should essentially allow us to just hook it up to this energy conduit system here, as well as an item conduit. We can have this take out cobblestone and feed it to the crafter, which will then make it compressed cobblestone, and probably compress it a couple times, and then export it to somewhere else. Alright, so after a little bit of trial and error, I believe I figured out how to get this whole thing to work. So basically, the quarry will mine up cobblestone. It'll go into this chest and immediately be exported through these conduits. And then right here we have a filter that if it is cobblestone, this conduit will accept it into this machine. Anything else will go directly into the colossal chest. So then, once it's in here, it'll be turned into compressed cobblestone, and then the compressed cobblestone will be turned to double compressed cobblestone, and then it'll go into this slot here, and export into here. So let's just throw a bunch of cobblestone into here, and try this out. It works! So as you can see, it's building up 9 blocks of compressed cobblestone here, and then it'll export them into there. And then, yeah, we get in here. Whoops, I keep doing that. At some point, we should probably upgrade this so that it's actually able to compress it more. But I think this is enough for now. Alright, so now that we've done a little bit of work, tidying things up and all that, I do want to work on a project of, I want to start on a new base, which I've kind of been thinking about what kind of base I want. I haven't fully decided, but I think what I want to work on right now is some sort of floating island. Eventually, I would like to have a huge flying city, like Cloud City or something. I think that would just be really cool, but because that would probably be really resource exhausting, as well as I don't really know what block palette to use or whatever, I'm just going to make it look like a pretty normal floating island, you know, the kind you see all the time out in nature, because that totally happens. And I'm just going to have it made out of dirt and stone and all that. So it's probably going to be pretty big, but I'm not going to make it like a all man-made floating island. It's going to magic, you know, that's totally proper explanation. Use it in all your storybooks. So you may be thinking, well, how are you going to build a giant flying island? Because that's going to take forever to place down every single block. Well, I have a fantabulous solution for you. It's called the Better Builders ones, because those are really going to help me build, and I haven't actually used one in the series for some reason. So you can see the recipe to a diamond wand here. Let's quickly craft that up. So what this diamond wand will do is, essentially, if you have some sort of detectable structure or whatever, and you have the blocks that are the same as whatever it detects as a structure, then you can just hover your mouse over a side of the block with the blocks in your inventory, anywhere, I think. Right, not just hotbar, yeah. Anywhere in your inventory. And then if you right-click, it will automatically go ahead and fill in that whole area with whatever block that it is, and just pretty much extend this out. So if I had, say, this as a base, I could, hold on, I don't have like any dirt, hold on. So say I had a base of an island like this or whatever, I could easily build it up and then just kind of go through by hand and terraform it a little bit, which I'm just gonna quickly exemplify real quick. There we go, I just quickly went through and randomly placed some blocks, and you can see it just makes this really quick, easy, kind of floating island thing that would be much more tedious to build by hand, which obviously this doesn't look great, but that's whatever. I'm not putting too much effort into this. So the first step to building this new base is figuring out where we want to put it. So obviously we're just going to build it up in the sky, so the natural landscape won't matter that much for the actual buildings, but you want somewhere that'll look, you know, nice if you're looking out off the edge of the island. So like right here just wouldn't be that exciting unless I'm going for like some sort of Apocalypse Haven theme or something, I don't know. So we're just gonna have a quick look around. Apparently I haven't explored this part of the map before. We're just gonna look around, see if we can find anything cool, and I'll let you know if I do. So I found this highland area, which could be pretty cool to build around, because you have a lot of really neat scenery like this, where there's, whoa, where there's just all these sudden drop-offs and stuff. Ooh, there's also this thing. But problem with building it too high is, if we, say, build 100 blocks above this, the highland, we would have to build it like 230. So we would only have like 20 blocks to build with left before we hit the world height limit, versus if we built it somewhere a lot more flat, and we went, say, 100 blocks above 72, we'd be at 172 and still have like 80-something blocks to build with until we hit the ceiling of the world. Not gonna lie, I really don't like how this part of the biome looks. It's so completely overdone. I don't know, I personally am not a fan. But I did see some chance cubes, so there's one here. Let's go ahead and open it up. And we get an ender... Ah! What did you do? That did not go very well at all. Let's open up this one. Alright. This is beautiful. We got Jeb sheep everywhere. This is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and try and get them out of here. I'm actually gonna... I think I have... Yeah, I have a golden lasso on me. I'm just claim this one and hold on to him because he seems cool. So let's quickly tap this and hope it doesn't kill us all. And oh, by the way, if you've never seen it, this is like a really fancy chance cube, pretty much. What's this? We got like a heckin' ton of water. How exciting. It's not like that's an infinite resource or whatever. But the drum is pretty good, I think. Like, I don't, this is creepy. Alright, I don't know how you get that, but I think it's kind of difficult to get. So, that's good, I guess. Saw this. And I just now realized that as I'm flying around, I haven't been collecting these. Let's kill this blaze real fast. There we go. And... that was terrible. And let's see what we got here. We got some snowballs. Most importantly, an ender chest pet. Ooh. Whoa. Something went wrong here. Yeah, that's gonna kill my computer really fast. I'm leaving that area to die. There's no helping that at this point. This whole forest is going down. There's no chance. I need somewhere to sleep, but there's monsters everywhere, except for right here. So this is a completely safe place to sleep, obviously. And then after it's done, we can just destroy it. That could have gone very poorly. Especially considering my reflexes are trash right now. I was right about to make a comment about how excessively uninteresting this area is, and then I saw this. This is so neat. Like, not really worth building anything at, because it's not that special. Like, you have that right off in the distance, you have this right here, these mountains, it's just a nice little area right here. I think it's cool. The rest of it is absolutely boring. There we go. We got Dr. Traoris. You're in the wrong channel, sir. Wrong channel. No, thank you. Please go back to your own respective YouTube channel. Mine is the most top-tier channel out there with ultra-high quality videos that are ultra-high quality. So I can see why you would want to be on my YouTube channel. Does this mean I did a collab with Dan TDM? Absolutely. Totally. That's totally what this means. I'm gonna be famous. Ooh. So we got some ice, a diamond, and a creeper pet. Alright, so I've now gone 5,000 blocks for my starter home and not really found anything super exciting. So I'm probably just gonna find somewhere and just settle with that. Because it's not a huge deal, I guess. But this happens to me every time I play on a Minecraft world and I want to build somewhere. Especially with Biomes O Plenty, I'm like, there's gotta be some perfect place to build. But I'm just gonna settle with some cool area, and I'll let you know if I figure out exactly where I want that to be. Also, that's a handful of levels. That's nice. Alright, so we got this pig pet here. Bonus hunger saturation, can't eat poison foods, and gives you pork chops. But it does eat carrots, so you need to have carrots in the first place. So, I don't know about that. So I've just remembered I have these wooden storage crates, which are basically shulker boxes. So I can just throw whatever junk into here, and then sort through it when I get back to my base, or build a new one, or whatever. Alright, we got knockback 1 diamond horse armor. That is awesome and incredible. I love it. Thank you for the birthday gift, even though it's not my birthday for another like 6 months. That's all good. Alright, so apparently the game crashed. That's splendid. Good job. I'm just gonna relaunch this and see you when it does that. Alright, so I'm back. I booted up Minecraft again, and after looking around for a little bit longer, probably like 10 minutes or less, I found this area here, which is pretty cool looking. It's nothing extraordinary, but I think the landscape itself is kinda nice. And thing is, it doesn't have to be super exciting on its own, because A, I'm not actually sure you're going to be able to see very much from all the way up here with how heavy the fog is in this mod pack, which I would really like to turn off if I can figure that out. But if we come all the way up here, yeah, so you can like barely see down there which I guess is fine. So it's fine if the land isn't that exciting on its own to start with, because hopefully we should be able to build something down here that you can kind of like look down from the island at. So you might build like a village or something down here, and you know, you kind of can just overlook the village down here. Maybe it's kind of a poor area, whereas the island is kind of a rich place to live. I would assume it would be if there was a magically floating island. That would be kind of very high quality real estate, I would assume, if they could actually build on it and get to it and all that. But yeah, I think I'm going to build right around here. I'm going to quickly mark it with a waypoint. Now we have this here. This is going to be nice and fancy. So I guess I'll go ahead and just start building this. Alright, so the first thing we have to do here is figure out where exactly we want to put the island, like the primary middle area of it. So I'm probably going to put it right around here so you can see the highland if you're up on it. You can see this cherry blossom grove biome, and you can see the grassland. So yeah, let's just put it right about, well, I'm gonna need plenty of space so you can actually look over the edge and see it. Let's go like right here-ish, I suppose. That should work well. So I'll throw in. Let's get some dirt out, and we could use something like an angel block or whatever from extra utilities too, but I don't have everything on me right now, I don't think. So we're just gonna do it by hand. It shouldn't be that hard. Alright, so I've chosen an area and a height that I would like to start building the island. I think right about there will be good, because it's, you know, a pretty decent distance for the start of the island to begin appearing. And the problem with it, though, is if you're standing right here, you can't really see the ground hardly at all, which I don't know if you can turn that off or whatever. But I found out that if you go just a bit higher, you can actually start seeing it. So if that's going to be the very bottom of, like, where the island starts growing, you know, the top of the island might actually be more like here or whatever. So you can actually kind of see the ground beneath you a little bit. Or even, is it right about, like, 150 or whatever? It seems to cap out. But, yeah, so this seems like a pretty good area to start building this, so I'm going to do that. Let's bring this up a couple blocks here, and then go, none. There we go. Also, this seems to do, like, absolutely nothing for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. But here we go. So let's start with something like this, and I'm gonna be mostly randomly placing blocks around, and then just do that to raise it up a little bit, and then kinda, I don't know, do this. I'm obviously gonna come back later and do much more finishing touches and all that. But I'm just gonna start with a very basic shape, and yeah, I might time-lapse this or something, who knows. Hey guys, I'm actually editing right now, and I was planning on doing a time-lapse, but as it turns out, first-person time-lapses just really don't look that great. You'll see one on your screen right now. But maybe next time I'll try to figure out another way to do it with like a third-person camera or something. So, no time-lapse today. Sorry about that. Maybe some other time. Alright, so we've barely done anything, and already I'm completely out of dirt. But I think that's a fairly good starting shape here. I might kind of move it around a little bit like that or whatever. But yeah, that I think it's starting out to look pretty okay. We're obviously going to come back later and, you know, put on all the finishing touches and stuff. And it's going to be way bigger than this. I'm going to start kind of having it curve out a bit more instead of being this steep. It's going to kind of have a good spread on it and all that good stuff. But let me go get some dirt, and then I'll continue working on this. I'd also just like to point out that there's 3 slime islands here, another one there, and also the floating island I'm working on over there, all within view distance of each other. That's a lot of floating islands. Alright, so I've just gone and got a bunch more dirt, so that actually, if I place it all down here, I have, this much, which is a lot of normal dirt, and then also some loamy dirt, in case I want to do some, like, texture variation or whatever. It's just a nice option to have. So I'm gonna quickly build a little, platform, like, out here somewhere. And, just imagine all this up. There we go. And I'm just gonna keep whatever stuff I need for, like, crafting or whatever over here. And place all that down. And then I can get all this dirt. Yep. And, yeah, time to continue working on this. So, I just realized that, there's actually really no purpose to filling up the entire inside of the island. I was setting some kind of guidelines here for what shape I want the island to, begin taking. And, yeah, it somehow never crossed my mind that it doesn't actually have to be completely solid on the inside, as long as it's well lit. So that was kind of stupid. But yeah, so if you were wondering, these are kind of guidelines for me for a base shape of the island to then switch up and make look better in a minute. So yes, now we have about half of the base of the island complete, which I'm now noticing this is actually going to be a very small island. So I had the idea as well to go ahead and make a bunch of small islands, and then they might surround or be nearby to a much larger island, where I'll probably start from the top and then work down, and that way I kind of know how much space I'm going to have before I start building. Or, well, not before I start building, but before I start making it look like an island, I'll know how much space that the top will have. But I don't love these things here. They were meant to kind of look like parts of the ground that kind of stuck together after it was, I don't know, ripped out or whatever. But I'm really not loving how it's looking right now. So I'm just gonna probably take these out and stuff. But yeah, time to finish up the other half of the island. Alright, so we've gotten a pretty good deal of work done on the island, and it's sort of looking like a dirt, like, bowl or whatever now. Which, you know, that's better than nothing that was here earlier. But, as you may see from these other example floating islands, they aren't a bowl. They're, like, what kind of a shape even is that? A weird plate? I don't know. But, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put on sort of the floor or the ceiling. I don't know what it would be. The roof. The surface level of this island real quick. And this is kind of just going to be like the base of it. I'm probably going to change it up next episode to make it look better and all that. Or possibly between episodes. I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to quickly go ahead and fill in, for the most part, this island here. Which this could... No, it's not going to be useful for that, I don't think. Let me see, hold on. Let's fill in this whole thing here and see how it reacts. Yeah, this diamond wand is definitely not very handy very often. But I guess it does save sometimes. Or it does save sometimes. Which doesn't make much sense, except that it does. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly fill in this whole thing. Try and terraform it, make it all look nice. And I'll see you when it's done. Alright, so I just wrapped it up. And here it is. This is essentially the base of the island. It's obviously... There's no grass or anything, because I don't have Silk Touch, and it would take like a million years to get grass up here in any other way, and I just don't want to bother with that yet, but I'll get some up here pretty soon, as well as putting some other stuff up here, making it look cool. But yeah, so for right now, this is how it looks. It's just a pretty basic little island. There's some areas like this where it kind of needs to be, you know, worked on a little bit to look better. I don't know. I'm having trouble with that right now. But yeah, so this is essentially the base of the island. It's definitely going to be upgraded a bit in the next episode and stuff. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Also, check out some more of my videos, like next episode, where we'll be totally refurbishing this, probably building another one, or at least starting on it. But anyway, guys, I will see you next time.